house with hope but with no end. That a man in history may be inhabited by the desire to change history, constant desire, will, determination, knowing that this will of change will never have an end. The will to change the world without the idea that you could liquid the evil, that you could reach a dead end of history. And then probably took shape in my mind at the encounter of all that, the idea that there was a possible commitment, which was at the same time pessimistic and optimistic, which was at the same time with no illusion as the idea of paradise on earth, ideal government and so on, but nevertheless trying with hope, and the hope not being the hope of a perfect society and so on. And then took place in my deeds and in my words a concept of commitment, which grew from book to book after that, but which probably this experience here was the first step. There is so many things which I understood in Bangladesh. I understood, for example, how the horror of the war. I understood how the tragedy in the war might be not the dead but the wounded, that the tragic is the wound. I understood how the intellectuals as such could be a target, that they could be the enemies of a fascist regime, of the absolute enemy. I understood how the women were as such on the front line of the barbarity and of the fascism of Pakistan at this time. So I understood also this idea of a commitment, which is a process, an endless process, which has to be pursued, even if you know that it is endless. And for me, this idea is the exact opposite, the best reply to what was so bad and so false and so disgusting in the Mallarmé, Althusser, Malaparte, aventurier and revolutionary temptation of the West. To quote Malraux, la tentation de l'Occident, who had him the temptation of the East, and especially of Bangladesh. So this is the idea of commitment and link with philosophy, which led me all my life. Now, a last word before giving the word to the audience, and because I know that you have scheduled a few Q&A. Last word. I don't want to finish without telling you also that I'm not only moved by this return to Bangladesh, but I will go back tomorrow with some fresh committed ideas. I will go back tomorrow because I am made out of that, with this wood. When I come somewhere, I cannot but nourish some new commitments and some concrete projects. I had one or two feelings since I'm here. These feelings are more or less that Bangladesh, thanks to its partisans, to its freedom fighters, thanks to the father of the nation and of the Mukti Bahini, Mujibur Rahman achieved a great revolution, which is the liberation of the country. That Bangladesh achieved in such a short time a revolution of which I would like to be sure that all the young people of this country know how rare it is, which is to build a state in such a short time. There is no other example, I don't know other example in modern history, or very few, of a state built out of nothing in 2 years and a half, by Mujibur Rahman, out of ground zero.